Welcome back to the channel, gang. In today's video, we'll look at some creepy and interesting TikToks that'll make you question everything. Let's get it.
I have a picture of one of the aliens been working for the United States Pentagon for the last 58 years. His name is Valiant 4. He's right here. There's my father in the background. This old place, the ready room of the USS Eldridge, Al Bielek has probably explained, or maybe even shown you this picture. There's a list of some of the notable people in it. They're all the atomic bomb scientists of the day, all the time variant experimentalists of the day, all the top physicists of that particular day. This was in August of 1943. Now this guy has not changed one iota in 58 years. Started work, he came here, crashed here or whatever, whether he's under duress or not. He started work for our U.S. Navy and military operations in 1937, either 37 or 38 is what I've been told. So it's, for 58 years, this man's been employed, probably under duress. If you don't do as we say, we're just going to use you for alien bait or something, I don't know. But anyway, he basically hasn't changed. He lives for 490 years, is what he says his lifespan is. Now, he's supposedly a semi-benevolent, he's a human-looking type person. He has 6 fingers and 6 toes, and he's got one oversized heart.
If this is true, the extra finger would throw me off, but based on his face and how he looks, I wouldn't think twice about it.
A question for you, man. What made you make the switch from like being a moon landing denier to like
That's a good question.
Crazy if you don't
No, I don't think we're crazy. And so when I was saying it proves that they didn't go to the moon, my critique of myself is that I didn't look at it objectively because I wanted one conclusion to be true, and I wanted that conclusion to be that the moon landing was fake. So I looked at it and I was saying to myself, okay, did I come to this conclusion because there's a lot of evidence that shows it to be fake, or have I seen a lot of evidence that looks fake? And does that mean that they didn't go to the moon? Right. No, it doesn't. There's a bunch of different possibilities.
I somehow fell down the disturbing rabbit hole that is the Bob Ross theory. This theory is not for the faint of heart. It is also just completely a theory, completely not factual, all allegations. But it is super weird to think about. So the theory goes, Bob Ross was secretly a serial unaliver, and all of his landscape portraits, his happy little accidents, were the different places that he hid the people that are not around anymore due to him. And this theory came from the fact that a lot of the landscapes that he painted matched up with places that remains had been found. And also the timeline of things added up. For example, one was based in the summer of 1980. He went to go to visit a friend's wedding, and then coincidentally, in the summer of 1980, they found what was left of somebody hidden, not only in the location that he was in that summer, to a T was found in the exact location that he painted, in the exact landscape that he painted. There are several others. You are welcome to do your own deep dive. Like I said, none of this is fact, but coincidences are coincidences, and sometimes it just makes you wonder.
So y'all know how Walmart's been mysteriously closing. This is an abandoned Walmart. Now what does this look like to y'all? This is an abandoned Walmart, a closed down Walmart. What does it look like?
I'm not sure what Walmart architects had in mind, but this looks like a backup prison.
I began to understand there's a very small group of people that influence all the companies that we watch. So they used to call them the Big Six. But Disney just bought Fox, and Disney controls Marvel, and Disney owns Lucas Studios. So look at that giant audience right here. Say a small group of people control the narratives and the content that we all see on all the channels. It makes you feel like, oh, I have lots of choices, but you don't. Who's telling them what to put on those channels? Where does that lead?
Tonight, the FBI is on the case, and they are warning big companies in America to protect their data after a big Hollywood studio got hit by hackers and several blockbuster movies ended up online.
This is the first time the United States has accused a foreign government of a cyber attack against an American corporation.
And this interested me because I worked over at Sony quite a bit during my career, and I actually had to get LifeLock during the Sony hack, so I was curious. I was like, what was this really about? Well, the narrative put out in the public was Seth Rogen and James Franco made a movie about North Korea. And so they were mad, and so they decided to hack Sony to teach them a lesson. That was a public narrative that went out, and that's what I was like, well, that makes sense. You know, I know Seth and I know James, and they're definitely pushed the envelope of comedy, and they
don't do baby showers for your baby.
What makes you say that, bro?
By doing baby showers, you're putting your baby in risk.
What do you mean?
So, do you know Moloch?
No, who's Moloch?
So, Moloch is a demon known for eating babies, right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever asked yourself why people who do rituals to become rich, they have to sacrifice their babies?
No, I haven't.
So, do you remember that movie, the Nigerian movie called The Billionaires Club?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so actually people are doing baby showers are wrong.
What makes you say that?
So, baby showers have always been there, right? By the time of Jesus, right?
Sure.
Remember the time Jesus was given gifts by the wise men from the east?
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ was given gifts when? After he was born.
Yeah.
Not before he was born,
Yeah.
right? So, only few people knew that Mary was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
So, there's different types of baby showers, right? We have the godly baby shower and the devil's baby shower.
Now wait, what's the difference?
So the difference is that the God's baby shower is giving gifts to a baby after they are born, right? And the devil's baby shower is giving gifts before the baby is born.
Yeah.
You understand? And which is what people are doing right now, right?
Facts,
So
bro.
remember that the devil's motive is always to oppose all God's work, right? So you, by doing these baby showers and accepting all these gifts, you are opening a door for witchcraft spirits, right, to the house before the baby arrives, right?
Yeah.
So when the baby arrives, they are welcomed by these demons. You understand? So that is why you should not accept gifts from family and friends before the baby is born, right? So my grandmother used to say, never buy clothes before the baby is born. It's a curse.
I've heard that, bro.
Right? It's a curse to buy clothes before the baby is born, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are doing mistake by accepting gifts, right? That is why a lot of these complications at the time of birth, a lot of is because of these women, ladies are doing these baby showers and accepting gifts before the baby is born.
Damn,
I understand.
bro.
So there's a confession of this lady who bewitched her friend because of she didn't put her in the program.
Now that's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, in the baby shower program. Listen to this. This is what she said. So I planned the baby shower with her. Was there all the steps, all the way, right? And during the baby shower, I was miraculously forgotten on the program. People who have been away from her got a chance to speak while I didn't. After I gave her an opportunity to at least have a child. Like she's doing her a favor, right?
Yeah.
So I was instructed that every time she gets pregnant, I should dig her panty inside a 1.25 bottle of Coke, mix it with some muti I was given. When she reaches 12 months pregnant, I will take the bottle earlier in the morning, go to the forest and break it there, and she will miscarriage. I've been doing that for the past 6 years, and it worked very well. As soon as she publishes the news of her pregnancy to me, I immediately soaked her panty inside the bottle. So last year, when she told me that she was pregnant, I did with the same panty I used, and later I told myself that I won't break the bottle so that she can have a child nyana.
Yeah.
They say nyana like she's doing her a favor. So I supported her. Now, silo se sa ho sa re selo, which means something that doesn't do anything, right? Useless, right? Including me, like she didn't also include me in the baby shower program. Again, I was angry, guys, to a point where I immediately left that stupid baby shower to my place, right? I got there and kicked the bottle, my food. You understand? In the morning, I saw an ambulance at her mother's place, knowing that Ziakala manch. I went there to share with my ears. Indeed, she had miscarriage. They said the fetus was already formed, blah, blah, blah. They had to remove her womb to save her. That's her friend. Imagine. So that is why we have to be cautious on who we tell the news, right? When we are pregnant or actually anything, right?
Yeah.
Because some people are not genuinely happy for you.
Real, bro.
You understand?
That's
You
why
think that
can't be telling
people are your
people.
friends, right?
Yeah.
This girl has been bewitching her friend for the past 6 years. Imagine.
Now she can't even have kids anymore.
She can't.
If I do have another child, don't expect me to have a traditional baby shower after seeing this clip.
Something I find extremely interesting is that one day before his untimely death, Aaron tweeted at Ye West, "Yo, Kanye, let's talk, man to man." On November 3rd, Ye, who was embroiled in yet another controversy, tweeted out screenshots of texts he had received from one Harley Pasternak, specifically threatening to drug Kanye, have him institutionalized, sent back to what he refers to as Zombieland forever, even bringing Ye's kids into the matter. A fitness and nutrition specialist with a clientele list brimming with A-list celebrity talent, from Will Ferrell to John Mayer and Rihanna, Robert Pattinson, Kim Kardashian, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, and on and on. For a personal trainer, the guy is majorly connected in Hollywood, even landing a cameo role in one of the Ninja Turtles movies. But Pasternak has another specialty, one that's conveniently omitted from his website.
The military to help run essentially the superhuman lab, this laboratory called the Defense and Civil Institute of Environmental Medicine. The idea that I was interested in was how drugs and food affect muscular performance. And
when you say drugs, are that like performance-enhancing drugs, or are they
all
just
kinds of drugs?
Oh, right. Okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was. So I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things.
Harley was a former scientist at the Defense Research and Development Military Station in Canada, or DRDC, which is part of Canada's Department of National Defence Program. This shadowy branch of the Canadian military once included the Defense Research Board, a department that quite literally funded MKUltra with the CIA. If you're unaware of what MKUltra was, or that it was real, it was a top-secret military program that experimented with trauma-based mind control, sensory deprivation, torture, brainwashing, and drugs, including psychotropics and hallucinogens. And though the name of the departments have changed and MKUltra has been partially declassified, it seems as though the associated groups are not only still experimenting, but utilizing what they gathered during MKUltra. Within one day of the tweet exposing Pasternak's messages, 2 items were removed from his Wikipedia entry, all references to Kanye West, and the
as above, so below, as within, so without. That's the law of correspondence. It is not Solomon's, David's, Billy, or whoever. Of correspondence, the law of correspondence. As above, so below. Whatever is going on in your head is going on in your body. Whatever is going on inside your body is going on outside in your life. That's the way it's immediately relevant. Then it gets to be whatever is going on in the heavens is going on the earth. Whatever is going on the inside of the heavens is going on the inside of you in your spiritual, astral, invisible body. That's the law of correspondence. You keep that universal principle as you look at things moving in your world to comprehend why. How? Because the law of correspondence keeps working with the other part of universal law.
President Kennedy was because he was going to release information on this. It's a burn document that was found, I want to say like 6 or 7 years ago, and it talked about buildings being on the dark side of the moon. He was in the Navy. He had a top security clearance. He was going to be handling video and film that came back from combat missions. And he goes, he got brought into a room one day. He said, the guy said, stay here, wait right here, I'll be right back. And he goes, so I'm standing in this dark room where they're developing a film, and the guy says, hey man, you want to see something really cool? Come over here. So he's like, oh, okay. So he goes, I go over there and check it out. And he starts showing me buildings on the dark side of the moon. And he said to me, these aren't ours. 40 different creatures that were coming here, 40 different aliens or 40 different terrestrials, ETs that were coming here. One of the former prime ministers of England said the U.S. has been dealing with a group called the Tall Whites for like the last 15 or 20 years. The Tall Whites were a group of very Nordic-looking extraterrestrials, very tall, light hair, just very, very big. There was some talk that in the early 30s that there was a guy, his name was Thor, and he was a tall white, and he was working within the Senate and Congress. So, you know, UFOs were as real as planes that fly over your house. I mean, he said, there's no denying it, they're there. You know, we know they're there.
I'm still having a hard time digesting the fact that we actually went to the moon, but let me know what you guys think.
Why is it that you sneer every time you refer to this country? You've done pretty well here. I don't get it.
No, you wouldn't. You're one of the ardent believers, a good American. Oh, there are millions like you. People that plod along without asking questions. I hate to use the word stupid, but it seems to be the only one that applies. The great masses, the moron millions. Well, there are a few of us who are unwilling to just troop along. A few of us who are clever enough to see that there's much more to be done than just live small, complacent lives. A few of us in America who desire a more profitable type of government. When you think about it, Mr. Kane, the competence of totalitarian nations is much higher than ours. They get things done.
Yeah, they get things done. They bomb cities, sink ships, torture and murder so you and your friends can eat off of gold plate. It's a great philosophy.
I neither intend to be bombed nor sunk, Mr. Kane. That's why I'm leaving now. And if things don't go right for you, if we should win, then I'll come back. Perhaps I can get what I want then. Power. Yes. I want that as much as you want your comfort or your job or that girl. We all have different tastes, as you can see. Only I'm willing to back my tastes with the necessary force.
So I brought my AI glasses to the Church of Scientology to see the world through the eyes of AI. Let's go by the building. I don't know, bro. There's always something weird going on over here. Like, they need to be canceled, bro. I don't know. This is too creepy, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, having these on creeps me out, bro. I'm out of here.
Those glasses are taking virtual reality to a whole different dimension.
One thing about this world, everything here always been here. In the Bible, it said that God created the world. He created the world, but he created a firmament. Y'all know what a firmament is? It's a f***ing dome. It's a top. It means you can't get out. And the Bible talk about the firmament, talk about you living in the f***ing dome. So everybody that think the earth spin, I'm gonna tell you right there, you're a damn lie. It can't spin. We in a dome. The only thing that moves is like the sun and shit. But that's what the Bible say, because the Bible is true. Can I get an amen? Every book known to man came from Anunnaki tablets. Anunnaki tablets, they kind of like change everything.
But where you learn that
to
at?
control you. I learned it from God.
What God?
The real God, not the demigod you serve. Not the God of this world. See, I serve a God that's a woman. God, a woman named Sophia. And God made somebody, right? And she made like a male energy. And this male energy that she made thought like he was bigger than everybody. He thought like he was the best. She's like, no. She locked him in the firmament. He got inside this firmament. He said, I'm bigger than you. I am the God. So he said, you know what? He created angels. He created heaven. He created hell. He created everything. And he said it was good. But then he created Adam. But when he created Adam, he noticed he couldn't get life into Adam. Adam couldn't breathe. So Sophia came down and blew life into Adam. Adam came up, said it was good. He took Adam rib, Adam was asleep, made a woman. Woman got up, everything good. They running around, they naked, shit good. But one day, the woman seen Sophia. We call Sophia. She seen Sophia. Sophia say, no, that's not God. You trapped. No women. She go back and say, look, nigga, you think we trapped? He said, we gotta be trapped. Fake God said, I'm gonna curse you now. Forever, yo gonna hurt when you have babies because you told this nigga the truth. And then, y'all gonna die early because you told this nigga the truth. Don't tell him the truth. The demigod, which is not really God, created all of this. How I know this, I talked to Sophia. And Sophia had Anunnakis, and they got like tablets, and they took all of these tablets and they made the Bible, the Quran, all this shit to keep you in like heaven and hell. Because heaven and hell, you don't want to go to neither. I tell you that. Because if you go to either, you're stuck. Because all of them was made by the fake God. That's what I'm about.
Yo, Ankh is funny, man.
You know Rick Rubin?
Who's that?
He's like so Travis Scott, Kanye West, all these different like rappers, even the old rock bands. They used to have this guy just in the studio. All he does, fam, he's just a tastemaker.
What do you mean?
He doesn't produce shit. He does no technical work.
Yeah.
All he does is like, yeah, I like that. I don't like this. I like this. Yeah, fam. Like he just gives pointers on what he thinks should be changed or
if he's just in the studio to say what songs he like or don't like, but is not really producing any music, he's tasked with the easiest job.
I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but think about this real quick. 4,000 satellites currently orbiting the Earth. And how come the Earth always looks different whenever they show different pictures of it? Look how big the United States is in this picture. And in this picture, look how big the United States is. That's kind of weird, right? But anyways, back to these satellites. There's 4,000 of them floating around. And anytime they show a picture of space, I don't see a satellite. And before you get on me saying that the International Space Station orbits in the thermosphere, not the exosphere, I get that. I get that idea. I get that they're in different levels of low Earth orbit. But I just find it weird. I've never seen a picture of any satellites anytime ever. It's freaking weird.
I have never thought of that, but that's so true.
Hey, we got to talk about this ASAP, immediately, pronto, right now. Behind me is the Port of Vancouver. So recently, from people who work at the Port of Vancouver to people who live in the area, have all reported or been recently reporting that they have been hearing screams, banging, and everything imaginable coming from these containers there at the port. And I'm sure by now we've all seen a video of the lady around the Port of Vancouver screaming, saying that she knows people are being held captive within these containers. Now, this all makes sense when it comes to the lack of urgency that we have as a country. When it comes to missing children, missing women, and people missing in general. And it's because they are part of it. They the ringleaders of the HT. It's crazy. And you want to know the saddest thing about it? It's worldwide. So it's nothing we could do about it unless we as people stop it by force. Let's put it into perspective for the people who may not understand. Here behind me is a cargo port. All right, so I know behind me we see the containers, right? Within each container can minimum fit up to 500 to 1,000 people. So when you truly think about it and place logic behind it, it's sickening. And to think about it, the Port of Vancouver is the largest in Canada and the 4th largest in the North American continent, but ranked 60th in size throughout the world. Now, if you want to add more to it, they always tell us the truth in movies in which direction they're going with the blueprint. I don't know if y'all seen this movie, but if not, you need to, and this video will make 100% more sense. The name of the movie behind me is called Nowhere, where a militia group, maybe part of the government, was stuffing grown-ups, men, women, children in 2 containers and shipping them off into islands. They wanted us to focus on her and being pregnant with the baby stuck in the container, but I got a different grab from that. And of course, on the internet, there's no clear depiction or picture of them showing this scene. Now go ahead, watch this movie, and then think to yourself, how many more countries, how many more ports could be just allowing this type of activity to happen? But one thing you will know is that HT is 100% deeply rooted within the world, not even just the US or Canada, the world. Now, before I go, I'm gonna show y'all 2 videos, one from 1982 of them using these containers in horrific ways, and then the same type of video from 2025, just now this year at the Port of Vancouver. Then y'all let me know what y'all think about everything in the comments.
I saw it myself, and I couldn't believe it. And just, just little bitty babies, just all torn to pieces. Their heads chopped off, arms, legs, just...
Hundreds of human fetuses, some possibly in the 6th month of development, were found stacked in a large shipping container picked up behind the home of a medical laboratory owner. The fetuses were discovered Thursday night after the owner of the 20-foot by 8-foot storage container repossessed it from Mel WIZSPEK because he failed to make a $1,700 payment. The company picked it up and brought it back. They noticed it was quite heavy. While unloading, a box had dropped and a fetus was discovered.
One of them fell down and hit me right in front of my feet. And...
Fuck that port! There's people screaming there every night! I've heard it for myself! The city's trying to cover it up, trying to get everybody out of here because they know there's people in those fucking bins!
There's a lot going on, but we can't really talk about it.
Enough with the games! Y'all, come on. They say that this is the astronauts returning from space. Yes, these astronauts have just returned from space, and wait till I show y'all the video of them apparently having a parachute coming from space after 17 hours and landing in the water. Oh my gosh.
And splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth. Dragon Freedom has returned home with NASA astronauts Nick Hague, Sonny Williams, Butch Wilmore, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this is so childish. Like, so childish. First of all, the lady's like, they're finally back on Earth. They were on Earth once they crossed back into Earth's atmosphere. Like, why are you saying that they're on Earth when they hit the water if they've been back on Earth, first of all? That really just pissed me off. Also, like, how dumb do you think we are? Like they must think that AI has gotten so good that people can't tell. But even if it wasn't AI, you mean to tell me that they just dropped this thing so delicately? So Earth is 62 miles away from space, and you mean to tell me that they came straight down 62 miles, and then once they got to a decent speed, they just put the parachutes out so they can land so delicately in the water. At this point, y'all should be upset by how dumb they think we are, because this is asinine. Were they ever in space? No. And how did they get rescued? Y'all tell me, did the parachutes rescue them? Who rescued them? How did they get down? Because all I see is a parachute, 2 parachutes, and a rocket that they're probably sending. I'm dumbfounded by this. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought Elon was the one that rescued them. What happened to the rocket? Don't tell me they ditched it mid-flight.
Missouri just went through one of the craziest storms they had ever. This storm just brung in tornadoes. It brung in a hail apocalypse. Some shit I ain't never seen before. The tornado came through and everything up, y'all. They said at least 17 people are confirmed unalive. So my prayers to their family. Y'all, the tornadoes is not even the craziest thing because we know those can happen. The crazy thing is the hail. The video I'm gonna show you, y'all let me know if y'all ever seen anything like this. Y'all, look at all this hail. You heard her, she never seen anything like that. Me either. This is crazy, y'all. All this hail in a short period of time. The size of the hail is not the problem. It's just how much hail it is in a short period of time. They live in Missouri and they're shocked because they never seen anything like this. And to my eyes, it's the same way. I never seen it. So I need y'all to drop y'all thoughts down below. Do you think that was normal? Or you haven't seen anything like this before either? It's new to me. It's new to the people in Missouri. So if it's new to them, it's new to y'all too.
I have never seen hail that aggressive. It looks like someone was unloading bags of ice from the rooftop. But that's it for the video. Thanks for coming through. But before you leave, hit the like button and subscribe. Also, share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.